Trapped among the tombstones, a terrifying encounter with ghosts from beyond the grave. Welcome to Midnight Shivers, where we bring you spine-tingling tales of horror and the supernatural. Today's story takes place in a small, rural graveyard, where a group of friends encountered something that defied explanation. The friends had been visiting the graveyard to pay their respects to a loved one who had passed away. But as they made their way through the rows of tombstones, they noticed something strange happening around them. The air grew colder, and the sky grew darker. They heard strange noises, like footsteps and whispers, coming from all around them. They saw shadows moving in the darkness, and felt a presence watching them. As they tried to leave the graveyard, they found that they were trapped. The gates were locked, and they couldn't find their way out. They tried to call for help, but their phones had no signal. As the night wore on, the friends grew more and more frightened. They felt as if they were being watched, as if something was stalking them in the darkness. They heard voices whispering in their ears and saw ghostly apparitions moving through the graves. Finally, as they huddled together for warmth and protection, they saw something that chilled them to the bone. It was a ghostly figure, emerging from one of the graves. It was the spirit of someone who had been buried there, seeking revenge on the living. The friends tried to run, but the spirit was too powerful. It followed them through the graveyard, reaching out to grab them with its ghostly hands. They could feel its cold breath on their necks and its voice whispering in their ears. As they stumbled through the graves, they suddenly found themselves in the presence of something even more terrifying. It was a group of ghosts, all of them vengeful and angry. They had been buried in the graveyard for centuries, and they were seeking revenge on the living for the injustices that had been done to them. The friends knew that they had to act fast if they wanted to survive. They banded together, using their knowledge and courage to fight off the paranormal threats. They performed rituals and cleansings, trying to banish the vengeful spirits from the graveyard. Finally, after hours of battling the supernatural, the friends were able to escape the graveyard. They fled the scene, never looking back. But as they left, they knew that they could never forget what they had seen. The ghostly presence of the graveyard stayed with them for years, haunting their dreams and their waking hours. They knew that they had been lucky to escape with their lives, and that they had to be careful in the future. If you ever find yourself in a graveyard at night, remember the story of the friends and the power of vengeful spirits. The supernatural is not to be trifled with, and sometimes the only way to survive is to respect it and never take it for granted.